Welcome to today's session. In this session, we are going to look at the direct cash transfer to farmers, which is known as PM Kisan or Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. This scheme was announced during the interim budget this year. So what is direct cash transfer? Direct cash transfer usually is a poverty alleviation program. In this, government subsidies and other benefits are directly given to the poor in cash rather than in the form of subsidies. So in our scheme, that is PM Kisan, the subsidies are directly given as money to the farmers directly to their bank accounts. That is what the scheme is all about. So let's understand the scheme in detail. Let's get started. See, the agriculture in India is highly subsidized and government is already giving subsidies like fertilizer subsidies to farmers. Then why did the government think of direct benefit transfers now in the form of cash? Let's understand why, right? The first point is direct benefit transfers allows discretion to the beneficiary. In this case, the farmer. The farmer gets to decide which fertilizer he wants to buy, which manure he wants to buy, or which seeds he wants to plant. Alright, so the discretion goes to the beneficiary. And this will help in optimizing inputs. See, according to the farmer's knowledge, he can decide what is best for his farm and him. In that way, he can optimize the inputs. And since the amount is directly coming to the farmer's account, the bank account, it will ensure transparency and the banking system also won't be affected. Informal money lending will be discouraged. See, because of this informal money lending, there's a lot of indebtedness in rural areas which is leading to farm distress and in turn resulting in a lot of farmer suicides. So all this can be brought under control. It raises living standards of farmers and increases rural demand, which will help the economy on the whole. Let's look at the provisions of PM Kisan scheme. Firstly, it is going to benefit 12 crore small and marginal farmers. The direct income support of Rs 6,000 per annum is going to be given to the farmers, and this is going to be given in 3 equal installments of 2,000 rupees each. 6,000 will be divided into 3 installments of 2,000 rupees each. This scheme has been started with a retrospective effect from 2018-19. So the outlay for retrospective effect years of 2018-19 is 20,000 crores. And with this, the first installment has already been paid. The first installment of 2,000 for 2018-19 has already been paid using the UPI platform. And the outlay would be 75,000 crore rupees for 2019 and 20. So even before the union government came up with PM Kisan, the state governments of Telangana and Odisha came up with their own income support scheme for farmers. The Telangana scheme is known as Revu Muthyala scheme and the Odisha scheme is known as Kalia scheme. Now let's compare and contrast these schemes with each other and with PM Kisan and understand them in detail. Under the RBS, all landowners are covered. Let them be small, marginal or large, all landowners are covered under RBS. But whereas in Kalia, small and marginal landowners and apart from them, landless agricultural labourers and vulnerable agricultural labourers are also covered. So the amount given under RBS is 4,000 rupees per acre twice a year, and it's different in Kalia. For different sections of people it's different. For example, for a farmer twice a year 5,000 and 12,500 for landless agricultural HH and 10,000 for vulnerable. The basic unit under RBS is acre, that is the amount is calculated per acre, and in Kalia it is per farmer. Coming to the allocation, it's 12,000 crore per year for RBS and it is almost 3,400 crore per year for Kalia. Total beneficiaries under RBS is 5.2 million landowners and under Kalia it is 4.5 million. Identification of beneficiaries under RBS is done based on the purified land records, and in Kalia it's about databases on farmers and not land records. Beneficiaries excluded, that means people who have not gotten the benefits of these schemes under RBS are sharecroppers and landless labourers. See, this is one pitfall of this scheme, that it excludes landless labourers and sharecroppers. In fact, they are the ones who are in the need of this scheme, okay, and they have been excluded of this. And in case of Kalia, large farmers and within small and marginal farmers, those who pay taxes or have a family member with a government job have been excluded, which is a good thing. The mode of payment under RBS is printed checks or bank orders, and in case of Kalia it's DBT. And payment related to actual production. In both of them it is not related to actual production. So it is not an incentivizing scheme, it's only an income support scheme, both of them. Let's start with the challenges in implementing the scheme. There can be structural issues with the APMCs or the mandis, etc. Agricultural pricing. See, this is a major issue. MSP is not given for many crops. Only a few crops are given MSP, and even with the calculation of MSP, there is a problem that the farmers are facing, and they're protesting against the calculation method of MSP. Infrastructure gap. See, the cold storage facilities which are available, they are not sufficient. Problems like that. Import-export policy of India. See, the import-export policy, especially with regard to the agricultural produce, is not very dynamic in India. It doesn't change with the changing needs and not quick enough. So that has to change. Identification of beneficiaries is very difficult in India. See, in spite of having the JAM Trinity, that is Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and Mobile Trinity in India, because of the infrastructure gaps, it's very difficult to utilize it properly and identify beneficiaries correctly. So this might lead to wasteful consumption and strain on fiscal capacity. And finally, there's no protection against unforeseen events. So with this, we have come to the end of today's session. Here we have mentioned a few model questions. Please answer them. Hope you like this video. See you in the next video. Thank you.